All right. Well, there's a number of reasons why I would never, ever be allowed into America. One, my social media. Um, Two, I think that Trump is a complete and utter fuckwit, right? And that's being really polite. Uh, and I'm really sorry, America, but you're not coming across too good on this sort of shit. You know, you voted him in. You should have learnt the first time, but you didn't. You seem to, I don't know what happened. You just seem to have a complete brain fart. And all of a sudden, the orange scrotum was back in the White House. Um, his economic policies are ridiculous. Honestly, if he was on one of his episodes of The Apprentice, he would have sacked himself by now. Actually, he probably wouldn't. He probably would have fucking called him Employee of the Week. Um, I can't think of anything nice to say about Trump. And it's about time, America, that you actually realise that he's using your own military to come and attack you, to come and get you, to rip some of you out of your homes and your beds. That doesn't look good this side of the pond, man. It really don't. It's scary from an outsider's point of view because we can't control what it is that you lot are fucking doing. We've got no control about that because we've got it in our psyche that if we don't agree with a regime, we don't necessarily go in there and bomb the shit out of it. Yes, we have done in recent times alongside America, but you know, we had this little debt to pay called the Second World War. You know, I mean, you gave us loads of help and everything else, but you also charged us 2% on every dollar. That takes a lot of money, especially when the dollars are trillions. But thanks for that, much appreciated. Now that debt seems to have been cleared, we're just a piece of shit. That whole fucking special friendship, it was a financial thing to make sure we paid our debts. We know that. Yeah, I don't know what to say. America, I'm stunned, and it's really difficult for me not to find things to say. But if ever I was going to come to your country, I wouldn't get a visa first. No, I'd write to a native American, a true American, and ask for their permission to be able to come and stay amongst you Europeans. Yes, you're all immigrants. Don't tell ICE that because you're all screwed. Yeah, and what is that about, man? That ICE thing. Seriously. When are you just going to stick SS on their shoulders and like, you know, give them the old death skull badge on their caps and shit? Or would that be too much of an identifier? But anyway, you need to do something about that orange scrote in your country. I don't know how you're going to do it, but whatever you do, as long as it's positive and it actually sorts that twat out, yeah, I guess we'll support you. But don't take the fucking piss.
Really, how does this compare?
Okay. The comparison between the ICE agents and the SS. 1930s Germany under Hitler, he had a little group called the SA, which were his little stormtroopers, his little protection group at the time. In fact, they were the instigators of what was known as Kristallnacht, where a lot of Jewish people were beaten and properties destroyed, businesses burnt to the ground, synagogues also burnt and flattened everywhere, only because they were Jewish. And they just went out indiscriminately and they just went on look and whether they had a different accent or something similar that would identify them as not being Aryan German, which is similar to what ICE are doing when you think about it. You know, they're not white. They speak they have a different accent. They look funny. I mean, Christ, man, you guys look funny. You really do. Sometimes you look fucking right bizarre. But, you know, we've all got our own little quirks, right? I mean, I probably look like a right old swat, but that's another story entirely. I accept that. I blame my parents, damn genetics. Right, anyway, um, the terminology that is being used, what was it? One country, one people, or one state. I can't remember the exact thing. That's never a good thing to quote then. So we'll cut that from the whole thing. But a totalitarian sort of fascist attitude, bully boy tactics in a playground, and everyone seems to be cowering to him. Christ, man, I've watched enough US films that says, right, that when the bully starts attacking, yeah, you don't back down. You don't run away. You go, you walk off, you regroup, and you come back stronger, and you beat that bully. Because the underdog will always win. As long as the underdog stops taking the kickings. Hitler only got in because he fooled everyone. Trump only got in because he fooled all of yous. Well, good majority of you. So, in a way, you could blame the rest of the world. But not really. It's your responsibility. We've just got to pick up the shit that falls out of it. Thanks. A Trumpian future, a dis-Trumpian future. That would look like, well, it would be. It was 1984 brought to life. George Orwell was a prophet. Wasn't just an author. He was a prophet, and he saw what was happening, and he understood people. So if he could understand people, then, you know, Trump can easily manipulate that. That's easy, because he understands people. Well, he likes to think he does. He understands himself. Anyway, but yeah, a future where Trump gets his own way, gets a third term, etc., etc. We're just living out. This is the prequel to 1984. If Trump gets his way, we will be in the middle of 1984. We will all be under some sort of tyrannical Big Brother kind of thing where you have to grass on your mates and tell on your mates, where it's illegal to even have a thought. Quite how they'll cover that, only they know. Yeah, it would be the end of humanity as we know it, in all honesty. Let me think, what would be a good comparison? Okay, let's go for this. Star Trek fans, it'd be a little bit of Cardassian mixed in with Borg. Yeah, it'd be horrible, man. It'd be fucking horrible. But again, only American can sort that one out. Only America has the future of America in America's hands. And I wish that one day America, or the people that run America, actually realised that it is just America they should be looking after. Everywhere else has got a chance. If America stops bullying the crap out of them. Start believing in this Hollywood bullshit where you know, the bully never wins. Because at the moment, you seem to have forgotten all that, but you seem to still believe that America are the fucking police of the world. Fuck that shit. No way. You come to countries, you say what you do, you do what you do, you say what you say, and then you charge everyone for it. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that's important to America is the almighty fucking dollar. You call yourselves a Christian nation. There's no Christianity in any of your fucking nation, man. I don't see it. Where was the last time that you welcomed the stranger? Where was the last time you turned the other cheek? Where was the last time you fucking forgave people for the shit that they do? All right, there was that bloke, that drug lord that Trump pardoned, but do you know what I mean? That's the wrong use, right? Surely, you know, you can't say one thing and do another. Forgive those, man. Forgive these people. Start practicing some of these fucking Christian values that you keep telling everyone that you have. You talk about pro-life, but all you ever leave behind is trails of death and destruction and disharmony. and chaos. And once you've got to that point, you just fuck off out of that country and tell them to get on with it. You've already raped them of all their natural minerals and oils and everything else, and you've made your profit. And then you turn around to them and said, now you can be just like us because we've made you free. Bullshit. You don't make anything free because there's no profit in things being free, including people. And people are just pawns. They're just fucking things that you move around to keep your economy going, to keep the money flowing. That's all it is. It's nothing more. You seem to think that that's the Christian way. Fuck me, man. You guys must be sitting in the temple with the rest of the money lenders, man, because as soon as Jesus walks in there, he's going to rip your fucking place apart. Because he don't like what you're doing in his temple. Think about it. You say you follow Christian virtues, you say you follow Christian values, then start showing the rest of the world just how fucking Christian you are. Stop blaming everybody else. Take responsibility for the mess that you have caused. Not just under Trump, but since the fucking end of the Second World War, man. It goes back a long way. You're a petulant little fucking teenager in the whole evolution of the world. As countries go, you're nothing more than a spoilt little shit that needs a kick up the fucking arse. But the problem is, no one's got the bottle to do it. Because you've got the bigger guns. Guns don't win wars. Bodies don't win wars. People with the fucking sense to talk, to discuss, to question, to understand, and to practice the true art of politics, which is to come to a compromise that everyone can live in peace and harmony. But there's no profit in that, is there? Hey, America. Sorry, I went off on there, didn't I?